Hello, good afternoon, friends. A very warm welcome to all of you on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I am Gaurav Gupta and I welcome all of you to this session wherein we are going to discuss the previous year paper questions of IPMAT Indore examination. In this session, we'll be discussing about some of the questions that have appeared in the previous year papers of IPM Indore, IPMAT Indore in the QA section. Okay. Now, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, so already people have joined in. So, Mosam, a very good afternoon to you. Other students who are also there, please quickly confirm if I am audible and clearly visible to all of you. Come on. So, please give me a confirmation if I'm audible and visible to all of you. Go ahead. All right. Good afternoon, Tarun. How are you? All right, friends. So once again, I welcome all of you to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And like I mentioned just now, in this session, we are going to discuss the previous year paper questions which have appeared in the quant section of IPMAT Indore examination. Now, all of us must be knowing the pattern of IPMAT examination, IPMAT Indore. Now, obviously, there is a big difference between these two examinations of IPMAT for Indore and for Rohtak. Now in Rohtak, the pattern is like totally different. In Rohtak, you will find reasoning section to be there, but in IPMAT Indore, no reasoning section is there. So more focus is given on quants, as well as if I'll talk about the level of difficulty of Indore with respect to Rohtak examination. So the level of difficulty of Indore is very high as compared to Rohtak examination. All right. So in this session, I have picked up some of the questions which have appeared in previous year papers, and that will open your minds. Okay. So if you are an IPMAT Indore aspirant, if you are looking to get a seat in integrated program in management in IIM Indore, then you will have to pull up your socks because the level of difficulty here of quant questions is very high. All right. So here we'll be discussing some questions with their concepts, and that will certainly help you in understanding most of the logics. All right. Now we can see that in IPMAT Indore examination, in quant section, there are some questions which are of MCQ type, and there are some questions for which options are not given, and you will have to type in your answer. Okay, so like after finishing up with the solution, you just have to write your answer in the theta box that is given to you. Okay, so in this session I have included some theta as well as some MCQ type questions, right? So without wasting much more time, let us quickly start solving these questions. Now I'll be displaying all the questions one by one in front of you, and will be giving you around 1 minute to solve each and every question. Now you will have to write your answer in the chat box once you are done with the solution. Also, I insist all of you who are present in this session, please do solve all these questions in the live format. Otherwise, this session will be of no help for any one of you. Okay, so answer आए या फिर नहीं आए doesn't matter at all. You need to give your 100% in this session. So the first question on your screen now in a few moments. All of you be ready with your rough sheets and a pen. First question on your screen now. Now this is a theta type question. So quickly solve it and post your answer in the chat box. Now, all these questions that I've picked, they are wonderful questions. Now, 1 minute to all of you. Now, half a minute is left. Since this is a live YouTube session, so probably like it might happen. Wait. So guys, it is 112, a small error here. So unpaid rupees 112. So make it 112 here. So Ashok purchased pens and pencils in the ratio 2:3 during his visit and paid rupees 86 to the shopkeeper. During his second visit, he purchased pens and pencils in the ratio 4:1 and paid 112 rupees. Okay. The cost of a pen as well as pencil in rupees is a positive integer. If Ashok purchased 4 pens during his second visit, then the amount he paid in rupees for the pens during the second visit will be how much? Alright, so let's start with the solution. Now, if I'll assume the cost of a pen as X and cost of a pencil as Y, I'm talking about the cost of one pen as X and cost of one pencil as Y. Now we can make a certain equation in the second case. So during his second visit, he purchased pens and pencils in the ratio 4:1 and he has paid a total of 112 rupees. Okay. Now the cost of pen as well as pencil in rupees is a positive integer. It is given that he purchased 4 pens during his second visit. Now the ratio of number of pens and pencils is 4:1 and he has purchased 4 pens. So that means he would have purchased one pencil. Okay. All right, so let's make an equation. So second statement ke basis pe I'll make an equation which is 4x plus y is equal to 112 at the top left side of your screens. So 4x plus y is equal to 112 is one of the equations, right? Now talking about the first statement where Ashok purchased pen and pencils in the ratio 2:3. Now, obviously, number of pens, number of pencils, they will be integers. So, since number of pens and pencils is in the ratio 2:3, so there can be one possibility that Ashok may purchase 2 pens and 3 pencils. So, I will have this equation. Okay. Another possibility can be he may purchase 4 pens and 6 pencils. So equation क्या बन जाएगा 4x plus 6y is equal to 86. Okay. Then if he purchases 6 pens, so it will be 6x plus 9y equal to 86, or it will be 8x plus 12y equals 86. All right. So these can be the different possibilities for one of the other equations. अब ये वाली जो इक्वेशन है इसकी बहुत सारी पॉसिबिलिटीज हो सकती हैं. देयर कैन बी इनफाइनाइट नंबर ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज फॉर दीज इक्वेशंस. So certainly I have this equation, and among these equations, one of the equations will treat as the second equation. Now we have to find out of these equations, which will be infinite in number, which of the equations I will have to consider. Okay. Now look at the first equation. Look at the first equation, which is given in the red color. Okay. Now it says 4x plus y is 112 and the cost of pen as well as pencil is a positive integer. Okay. So x and y both are positive integers where the value of 4x plus y is 112. So if 4x plus y is 112, can I say that the value of 4x plus 6y should be more than 112, right? Because 4x is common here and instead of y I have 6y. So the cost of 4 pens and 6 pencils should be more than the cost of 4 pens and 1 pencil. So this value here should be more than 112. So I can say that this second equation is not valid. In the similar manner, I can say that none of the other equations will be valid because if I look at this third equation, 6x plus 9y, so the value of 6x, the value of 6 pens and 9 pencils, again it should be more than 112. So all the equations that will be here at the bottom will be rejected and I will treat this equation. Okay. So one of the equations I will have is 4x plus y is 112 and the second equation will be 2x plus 3y is equal to 86. All right. So now from here you can solve for y. So leave the first equation as it is, 4x plus y is equal to 112 and I'll multiply second equation by 2. It will become 4x plus 6y is equal to 86 multiplied by 2, that is 172. Subtracting, I'll get the value of 5y as 60. So the value of y will be equal to 12. So value of y is 12. I'll put it in the first equation. So the value of 4x will come out to be 112 minus 12, that is 100. And this is the amount that he has spent on pens during the second visit. So be careful, we don't have to find the value of x, we have to find out the value of 4x. They're asking if Ashok purchased 4 pens during his second visit, then the amount he paid in rupees for the pens during the second visit. So we have to find the value of 4x. So the answer for this question will be equal to 100. All right. Such an amazing question it was. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. मौसम, you're asking ऐसा question बनाया ही नहीं है, BB entrance में ऐसा पूछा जाएगा क्या? Mosam, I mentioned that, like you can see in the comments as well, this is the question from the previous year paper. So this is the actual question, word to word actual question, right? Let's move on to the next question. Now, if you will do all these questions properly, these will boost your concepts. So next question, question number 2 on your screen now. A question says that out of 80 students who appeared for school examination in maths, physics and chemistry, 50 passed in maths, 60 passed physics, 40 passed in chemistry. At most 20 students passed in maths and physics, at most 20 in physics and chemistry, and at most 20 in chemistry and maths. The maximum number of students who would have passed all the 3 examinations. So not a very difficult question, but certainly a concept of maxima minima in case of 3-set Venn diagrams. Okay, so let us quickly draw a 3-set Venn diagram. So this is for maths, physics and chemistry. Okay, now I could have solved it using the formula of A union B union C, but that will take more time. If you'll draw a Venn diagram, it will be easier for you to solve this question. So this is a universal set, the class set. So out of total 80 students in the class, maths, physics and chemistry are the 3 subjects. So 50 passed in maths. So this is 50, 30 in physics and 40 passed in chemistry. So 40 is chemistry. Now at most 20 passed in maths and physics. So maths and physics, the portion, the value of these 2 areas, these 2 portions that I have just marked with a dot. So this total value, maximum value of this is 20. Similarly, maximum value of physics plus chemistry is 20 and maximum value of chemistry and maths is 20. Now, based on this information, we have to maximize the number of students who could have passed in all the 3 subjects. So the intersection of all the 3 circles is what we'll have to maximize, right? Now, if I'll consider, so it is given that maximum value of this entire portion is 20. So if I'll consider this complete value as 20, this value, which is the intersection of maths, physics and chemistry. So maths, physics and chemistry, जो हमें maximize करना है, मैं इसको 20 ले लेता हूँ. So this portion can be 0, this portion will be 0, this portion will be 0. Okay, fine. And the remaining value of only maths will be 50 minus 20, that is 30. Only physics will be 30 minus 20, that is 10. and only chemistry will be 40 minus 20, that is 20. Now just add up these areas, these values, okay, and see if the total value is under 80 or not. So 30 plus 10, 40, 40 plus 20 is 60, and then the intersection part 20. So that is coming out to be 80, which is the total number of students in the class. So I can say that the maximum number of students who could have passed all the three examinations, this answer will be equal to 20. Okay. So if you're solving it using the formula of A union B union C, then also you will get the answer. But this is a faster way of getting the same answer. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the next question, question number 3. A concept of circular races in time, speed, distance. Now, not a very difficult question if you understand the concept of circular races. So question is, two friends run a 3-kilometer race. So race is total of 3 kilometers. That means 3000 meters. So 3000 meters ka race hai. So two friends run a 3000 meters race along a circular course, and the circular race track, it's of length 300 meters. So 300 meters ka length hai of the circular track, and the total race is of 3000 meters. So that means the race is of 10 laps. Fine. Now if the speeds of these two friends are in the ratio 3:2, then the number of times the winner will pass the other person will be how much? Now a very beautiful concept that will be used here. So I'll draw a circular track. Let's say this is the starting point, and I'll call these two people A and B, who are obviously running in the same direction because this is a race that they are participating into. The length of the racetrack is 300 meters. Okay. Now the total race will be of 10 laps, and the ratio of the speeds of A and B is given as 3:2. Now this ratio is very useful in determining, first of all, the number of distinct points on the racetrack at which A will overtake B, or A and B will meet. Okay. Now in this case, A and B are moving in the same direction. So you can say that one of the shortcuts to find out the number of distinct points on the racetrack at which A and B will meet. So calculate the simplest ratio of their speeds, which is already given. Calculate the simplest ratio of their speeds. If they are moving in same direction, find the difference of these two numbers. Find the difference of these two numbers. The difference of 3 and 2 is 1. So there will be only one point on the racetrack at which A and B will meet. If there is only one point, then it has to be the starting point. Okay, starting point पे ये मिलेंगे बार बार. In case A and B are traveling in opposite direction, तो आप sum कर दो, 3 plus 2 is 5. So there will be 5 points on the racetrack at which A and B will meet if A and B are moving in opposite directions. Okay. Now these 5 points will divide the entire racetrack equally in 5 points. Okay, in 5 portions, with one of the points being the starting point. But in this case, I'm sorry. But in this case, A and B are moving in same direction. So there is only one point on the racetrack that will be the starting point at which A and B will meet. Also, since A and B are moving in the ratio 3:2, so A and B will meet when A will cover 3 laps and B will cover 2 laps. So for every 3 laps covered by A, for every 3 laps covered by A, B will cover 2 laps and they will meet for the first time on the starting point. Then again, after every 3 laps of A and 2 laps of B, they will meet for the second time, third time, fourth time, and so on till the race will finish. Okay. Now 3 laps of A means 3 into 300, that is 900 meters. So A will overtake B, or A will pass B for the first time when A has covered a total of 900 meters. Okay, so let's look at the top of the screen. So when A will cover 900 meters and B will cover 600 meters, that means 3 laps and 2 laps respectively, they'll meet for the first time. Now this meeting cycle will keep on repeating for every multiples of these distances. That means A will cover 1800 meters or a total of 6 laps. B will cover 1200 meters or a total of 4 laps, and they will meet for the second time. Similarly, another 900 meters, so 2700 meters, that means 9 laps. In brackets, I'm writing the laps, or 1800 meters of B, that means 6 laps, and they will meet for the third time. Fourth time, 3600 for A and 2400 for B, they will meet for the fourth time. But in this case, the race is only of 3000 meters. Okay, so that means they will meet a total of 3 times when A has covered 2700 meter. That was the last time they will meet on this racetrack. All right. So in total, we can say that the number of times the winner will pass the other one will be 3. So 3 times winner will pass the other person. All right. I hope all of you are clear with whatever I am teaching all of you. Yes, these are difficult questions because we are handling the questions of IPMAT Indore. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. A question on probability and finding the number of factors, the concept of number systems. So question is, the probability that a randomly chosen factor of 10 raised to the power 19 is a multiple of 10 raised to the power 15. Okay. Now, a very basic concept of number system, talking about the number of factors. So first of all, I'll talk about 10 raised to the power 19. Talking about the denominator, talking about the total number of cases. Okay, so 10 raised to the power 19 can be written as 2 raised to the power 19 multiplied by 5 raised to the power 19. So the number of factors of this number will be, take these two 19s as take the powers, add 1 to each of these powers. So 19 plus 1 is 20. 19 plus 1 is 20. So 20 into 20 is 400. So total number of factors of 10 raised to the power 19 is 400, and that will be the denominator of our answer, right? The sample space, the total number of cases. Now, we have to find out which all factors of 10 raised to the power 19 will be the multiples of 10 raised to the power 15. So what I'll do is, from 10 raised to the power 19, from 10 raised to the power 19, I'll take out 10 raised to the power 15. Okay. So from 10 raised to the power 19, I'll write it as 10 raised to the power 15 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 4. Okay. Now 10 raised to the power 15 is taken common. Okay. So all the factors of 10 raised to the power 4 when multiplied by this number will be the factors of 10 raised to the power 19, which are the multiples of 10 raised to the power 15. Okay, तो अब क्या करना है, सिर्फ number of factors of 10 raised to the power 4 देखना है, because 10 raised to the power 15 we have already taken common. So 10 raised to the power 4 can now be written as 2 raised to the power 4 into 5 raised to the power 4. So the number of factors of this number will be 4 plus 1. Look at the powers, add 1 to each of these powers. So 5 into 5, that is 25. Okay, so 25 will be the favorable number of cases. So that will become our numerator. So 25 upon 400 will be the answer. Simplify this thing, you will get 1 upon 16, and that is option D as the answer for this question. Okay, now you have to be very sure, equipped with all the concepts of each and every chapter for IPMAT Indore. Level of difficulty is certainly high. The questions are beautiful. The questions are full of logics, full of concepts. Let's move on to our next question, question number 5. Now the number of acute angled triangles whose sides are 3 consecutive positive integers, important, and whose perimeter is at most 100. So perimeter has to be 100 or less than 100. Fine, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 100 होना चाहिए perimeter, so it can be less than 100 as well. Okay, now we all understand what is perimeter. Now we have to select 3 sides of this triangle such that these 3 sides are 3 consecutive positive integers. So I'll write first of all the set of 3 consecutive positive integers starting from 1. So the first possibility can be 1, 2, 3, then 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, and so on. And let's look at what will be the last possibility. Okay, now the sum of the sides should be 100 or less than 100. Okay, so I'll write 31, 32, 33. The sum here is 96. So the sum of these three numbers is 96. So I can afford to increase. So 32, 33, 34. Okay, now the sum of these three numbers is 99. And I'll have to stop here because if I'll write another 3 consecutive integers after this, that means 33, 34, 35, then the sum will become 102. Okay, so this will be the last possibility of 3 consecutive numbers whose sum is at most 100. Okay, now I'll have to map it with the sides of the triangle. Okay, now out of these numbers, which of the following is first of all possible sides of triangles? Now the logic that we'll use is the sum of any two sides in a triangle should be greater than the third side. So this is first of all for the possibility of a triangle. Okay, so sum of the two sides should be greater than the third side. In the first case, 1 plus 2 is not greater than 3. So this is not a triangle. So 1, 2, 3 in 3 numbers से मैं triangle नहीं बना सकता. 2 plus 3 is greater than 4. 3 plus 4 is greater than 5. 4 plus 5 is greater than 6. And so on. Now all of them are possible triangles. Okay, right? Now next thing is, I want this triangle to be an acute angled triangle. Now let's look at the condition for acute angle triangle. Careful, all of you. Now a square plus b square is equal to c square, where c is the largest side. C is largest side. Okay, I'll keep the largest side separately. So if c is the largest side, this is given. So this is the condition for right angled triangle, right? So this is the condition for right angled triangle. Fine. Next, if a square plus b square is less than c square, this is the condition for obtuse angled triangle. The third condition that we require, a square plus b square should be greater than c square, which is the condition for acute angled triangle, right? Now, careful, c has to be separate and c is the largest side. So largest side you'll have to keep separate and the smaller of the two sides on the other side. So a square plus b square, that means the sum of the sum of the squares of the two smaller sides. If it is greater than the square of the third side, then I can say that this will satisfy the condition for acute angle triangle. Okay. Now in this case, 2 square plus 3 square, 2 square plus 3 square, okay, is it greater than 4 square? No, it is not. 13 is not greater than 16. So this is a triangle, but this is an obtuse angle triangle. Next, 3 square plus 4 square, 3 square plus 4 square. On the right hand side, it is 25. So is it greater? No, it is not greater. It is equal. So this is a right angled triangle. 4 square plus 5 square is greater than 6 square. Yes. Now if you'll check, all the other triangles will satisfy this. So starting from this pair, starting from this triplet, 4, 5, 6, then 5, 6, 7, up till 32, 33, 34. These are all the triangles which will satisfy all the above conditions. Now just have to calculate, now you just have to count them. So 4, 5, just check the first side, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up till 32. How many numbers are there? These are 29 numbers. These are 29 triplets. Okay. So the correct answer will be option B. Okay. Definitely on a higher difficulty level side. Okay. But these are some good questions that I've selected for all of you. Let's move ahead and look at the next question. Question number 6. An easy one. It's just that you need to have a courage to enter this question. So you are given that 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 2 square plus 1 upon 3 square and so on up till infinity is equal to pi square upon 6. Then the value of 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 3 square. So every odd term, first term, third term, fifth term, they have taken from the previous series. Up till infinity, we have to find the value in terms of, again, pi square. All right. So you can calculate this answer hardly in 2 or 3 steps. So I'll write the given equation. 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 2 square, 1 upon 3 square, 1 upon 4 square and so on up till infinity is given as pi square upon 6. Now I'll separate. I'll not look at what I have to calculate. Okay, I'll separate odd terms and even terms. Okay, so 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 3 square plus 1 upon 5 square and so on up till infinity plus 1 upon 2 square, even numbered terms, 1 upon 4 square, 1 upon 6 square and so on up till infinity. Okay, and that will be again pi square upon 6. I've just separated even number term and odd number terms. Okay, the equation is exactly the same. We'll keep this portion as it is. 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 2 square, 1 upon 3 square plus 1 upon 5 square and so on up till infinity, plus from the second bracket, from the denominators, I can take 2 square common. So outside the bracket it will become 1 upon 4 and inside it will be 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 2 square plus 1 upon 3 square and so on up till infinity, equal to pi square upon 6. Now, what about this second bracket that you can see? What about this? This is nothing but the original equation from where we started with. Okay, so I'll substitute pi square upon 6 instead of this. So 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 3 square plus 1 upon 5 square up till infinity will be equal to pi square upon 6 minus 1 upon 4 pi square upon 6. So I've substituted pi square upon 6 instead of this and have taken it to the right hand side. Okay, so this value will be equal to 3 upon 4 pi square upon 6, or that is equal to pi square upon 8. Okay, so pi square upon 8, that is option A will be the correct answer for this one. All right. Now the students who are present here, are you all listening? Are you all clear with this? Yes or no? Are you still alive here? All right. So let me continue. Question number 7. A wonderful question based on time and work. Okay. So let's read it out. 3 workers working together need 1 hour to construct a wall. So 3 workers together will construct this work, will finish this work in 1 hour. Okay. All right. Anusha, good to see that you are listening. Okay. Now Anusha, read this question out. I'm just solving all of them and you can quickly note down the way I am solving these questions. Now, three workers working together. Let's say these three workers are A, B, and C. Now, they are working together and they can construct a wall in 1 hour. So, if all three of them will work together, they will finish the work in 1 hour. The first worker working alone can construct the wall twice as fast as the third worker. So first worker and third worker, they have made the comparison. So first worker working alone can construct the wall twice as fast. So the efficiency of first worker is twice the efficiency of second worker. So I can say that the number of days that the first worker will take will be half that of the that of the third worker. So if third worker can finish the work in 2x days or 2x hours, then the first worker can finish it in x hours, because first worker is twice as efficient as the third worker. So if third worker takes 2x number of hours, the first worker will take x hours to finish the work. Okay, so the first worker working alone can construct the wall twice as fast as the third worker and can complete the task 1 hour sooner than the second worker. So second worker से 1 घंटा पहले finish कर देता है. So the time taken by second worker will be equal to x plus 1. Right? Now all three of them together can finish the piece of work in 1 hour. So I can make an equation which is 1 upon x plus 1 upon x plus 1 plus 1 upon 2x. Okay. 1 hour work for each of them will be equal to net 1 hour work. Now let's solve this equation for x. X के लिए solve करते हैं. Okay. So I'll go to the next page and we'll write this equation and we'll solve it separately. So 1 upon x plus 1 upon x plus 1 plus 1 upon 2x equal to 1 upon 1. Taking LCM, 2x into x plus 1. So this will be 2x plus 1 plus 2x plus x plus 1 is equal to 1. So upon solving, 2x plus 2 plus 2x plus x plus 1 is equal to 2x square plus 2x. Now 2x and 2x will get cancelled from both the sides. So the quadratic equation that I'll get will be 2x square minus 3x minus 3 equal to 0. So the value of x that will come here will be, I'll use minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So minus b, that is minus of minus 3, plus minus under root of b square, that is 9, minus 4ac, it will become plus 24 divided by 2a, that is 4. So this is equal to 3 plus minus under root 33 divided by 4. Now negative sign will be removed because negative sign will be like this case will be rejected because x cannot be negative. So it will be 3 plus under root 33 upon 4. This is the value of x. Okay. Now let's go back and see what do we have to calculate. We have to calculate the average time in hours taken by the three workers when working alone to construct the wall. So we have to find the average of these three. Okay, so average of these three, look at the left hand side, it will be x plus 1 plus 2x whole divided by 3. This is the average. So it will be equal to 4x plus 1 divided by 3. Okay, so we already have the value of x. So we have to find out 4x plus 1 divided by 3. 4x plus 1 divided by 3 is what we have to calculate. So this is x, 4 से multiply किया इसको. So it will become 3 plus under root 33 plus 1 divided by 3. That is root 33 plus 4 upon 3. This should be our answer. Let's match it from the options. Root 33 plus 4 upon 3. So root 33 plus 4 upon 3, option A is the correct answer. All right. So you can see that in IPM Indore examination, we don't get very straightforward questions. They could have made this question of time and work a very straightforward question, a very easy question, but no, they haven't done that, right? So a slightly difficult question, but the way that we have solved, it is lengthy, I can say. Now it is not difficult. Okay, let's move on to question number 8. Question number 8 is of numbers. Just have to find out the multiples of 4, multiples of 6, multiples of 9, something like that. But yes, definitely this is the question of counting, but this is a question of very careful counting as well as a logic. Okay, now you have been asked to select a positive integer which is less than 1000. So that means the range is 1 up till 999. Less than 1000 it should be, such that it is either a multiple of 4, it A, B and C. Now generally when we do this type of question, we do it using the logic of set theory, that is A union B union C. We'll use the formula A plus B plus C minus A intersection B minus B intersection C minus A intersection C plus A intersection B intersection C. This is the formula that we use generally. But if we'll look at the logic here, you will not require to use a 3-set Venn diagram or a 3-set set theory wala formula. You don't require to use that. Okay, let's see why. Now multiples of 4, definitely all the numbers will be even. Multiples of 6, again they will be even. And there will be some common numbers which will be multiples of 4 as well as multiples of 6. Right? But odd multiples of 9, that means 9, 27, 45, 63 and so on. Odd multiples of 9. None of these numbers will be common with the first 2 sets. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll apply A union B for the first 2 cases, which is A plus B minus A intersection B. Okay. And we'll add the third, we'll add C to them because there is nothing common between C and the other 2 sets. Okay. So you can calculate odd multiples of 9 separately. You can calculate odd multiples of 9 separately and add it to the numbers which are multiples of 4 or multiples of 6. So let's calculate multiples of 4 or multiples of 6 using this formula. So multiples of 4 in the first 999 numbers. So 999 divided by 4 kar do and find the quotient. It will come out to be 249. Then multiples of 6, it will be 166. The numbers which are multiples of both 4 and 6, and sorry, that means multiples of 12. Multiples of 12, they will be 83 in number. So 249 plus 166 minus 83. 249 plus 166 minus 83. That is 249 plus 83, 320, 332. So 332 is this number, which are multiples of 4 or multiples of 6. Right? Now let's calculate odd multiples of 9. Now odd multiples of 9, for that you can either use an arithmetic progression. Okay. So starting from 927 up till 999, you will have to count the numbers which are at a gap of 18. Okay. 18 के gap पे numbers हैं, 9 के बाद 27 आ रहा है तो 18 का gap है. Okay. So number of terms, nth term 999 is equal to a plus n minus 1 into common difference is 18. So 990 upon 18 plus 1 will be equal to the number of terms. Now 990 divided by 18, 110, 55 plus 1, this is 56. Okay. So the final answer will be 332 plus 56, that is 388. So 388 will be the final answer. Okay. All right. Let's move on to next question. Question number 9. Easy question of probability. Throwing a die 3 times. So we are throwing a dice 3 times. That means it is the case of successive throwing. Okay. Now successively जब हम throw करते हैं एक के बाद एक, so first dice, second dice, and then third dice. So I can say that a case in which 3 will appear first, then 4, and then 5. This will be different from 4, 3, 5. This will be different from 5, 4, 3, and so on. Okay. So these will be the different cases. Okay. So let's read this question. Now die is thrown 3 times and the sum of the 3 numbers is found to be 15. The probability that the first throw was 4 is how much? So we know that the sum of the dice is 15. So let's start making cases in a proper manner. So first die, second die, and third die. So let's say first die has a max. We'll start with maximum value on the first die. So 6 is on the first die. Sum should be 15. So 9 is the sum that is left for the remaining 2 die. So it can be formed in the way 6 plus 3, 5 plus 4, 4 plus 5, or 3 plus 6. So a total of 4 cases which are starting with 6. Now let's start with 5. So if I'll start with 5, if the first die will have 5 and the sum needs to be 15, so I'm left with a total sum of 10 for the next 2 dice. So 6 plus 4, 5 plus 5, and 4 plus 6. So these are the 3 cases. Then when I'm starting with 4, which is our required thing. So if I'll start from 4, I'll be left with a sum of 11 for the next 2 dice. So 6, 5, and 5, 6 can be the possibilities. So these are 2 cases. Then I can start with 3, which will leave 6 plus 6, 12 for the next 2 dice. So this is 1 case. So total number of cases 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, a total of 10 cases, out of which favorable number of cases will be all those in which the first throw was a 4. So first throw was a 4. There were 2 cases for this. So 2 upon 10, that is 1 upon 5, will be our required probability. So the correct answer is option C. Now here I have made all these cases and it will not take more than 30 seconds if you have a clarity about this topic. Okay, so 30 seconds से ज़्यादा time नहीं लगेगा ये सारे के सारे cases बनाने के लिए. We just made 10 cases and everything is in front of us. Okay, all right. चलते हैं आगे. Next question, question number 10. Now a wonderful question of geometry. 4 points PQRS are taken on sides AB, BC, CD, and DA of square ABCD respectively. So first of all, let's draw this square ABCD. Pardon my drawing. Okay, so this is a square A, B, C, and D, and 4 points PQRS are taken. Now they are not the midpoints, so I can take them randomly. So P on AB, Q, R, and S, such that AP is to PB, BQ is to QC, CR is to RD, and DS is to SA. All of them are equal and they are equal to 1 is to N. Okay, so let us assume that this is 1 and this is N. 1 and N, 1, N, 1, N. Okay, and let's join these points PQRS to form a square. All right. Now consider any of the right angle triangle. I'm considering triangle PBQ. So PBQ is a right angle triangle. So here the length of PQ will be equal to, using Pythagoras theorem, under root of 1 square plus n square. Okay, this will be the length of PQ. That is the side of the blue square. The side of the blue square is PQ, and AB, which is the side of red square, it will be 1 plus n. All right. Now we have to find the ratio of the areas of PQRS. So area of PQRS and area of ABCD. So area of PQRS will be PQ square. So PQ square, and area of ABCD will be AB square. So PQ is under root of 1 plus n square. So PQ square will be under root of 1 plus n square, and इसको square कर दो. So under root sign remove हो जाएगा. So PQ square will be 1 plus n square divided by AB square, that is 1 plus n whole square. So this will be the ratio of the areas of these two squares. Option से match करेंगे. So the correct answer will be option C. 1 plus n square is to 1 plus n whole square. All right. So that was question number 10. And that is all from my side, my dear friends. I hope you would have learned something from this session. Now, this is one like new launch of course for BBA IPM HM 2023 comprehensive course with the foundation module. The course is already launched, and in case you are preparing for any of these examinations for the next session, next year 2023, then you can enroll for this program. In case you want some more information related to any of these programs, you can call on the number that is given here. So you can call at this number. Wait, I'll quickly mark. So you can call at this number, okay, for some more set of information. All right. Now, next is this is a very important thing for all of you. So you must join free mega workshop on 29th of May at 7 p.m. Now, this mega workshop will be all about verbal ability and critical reasoning. Okay, and this will be taken by our VA and critical reasoning expert, Alpa ma'am, who has a 10 plus years of work experience. So please don't forget to join us live on 29th of May at 7 p.m. So friends, that is all from my side for the day. Thank you very much for being a part of this session. All the very best to all of you.